say that.
I mean, I guess the other
can
thing
fly.
about it is that it's like it's 4 games in a row where he's had to get counterpicked in lane. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Navi have taken first pick every time. It's like we don't give a crap about our mid laner. We're just you're gonna get what you're gonna get. And now we're giving Zayat a Shadow Demon. Deal with it.
Pretty
Which I think
much.
is pretty awesome.
Oh,
I love that.
they saw him ward, so they can D-ward that right away
Okay.
if they want to.
True. Sage has
I think they saw him, right? Like his smoke broke. Why else would he be there?
Yeah.
I'd say it's worth the gamble, but if you're wrong, it feels bad.
Right. Well, also, it's kind of hard to step up there into this lineup. You've got like Shadow Demon disruption to set up for like a frostbite kill right afterwards or something.
I mean, it's right in front of his face. Like, I guess never mind. I was just kidding. It's back there. I lied.
A little bit.
I mean, I think they both know there should be a ward on the high grounds, but
Right.
whatever. Magic stick on Squadix. Well, we don't see it that early of a stick.
Yeah, it is interesting. Couple of punches. Not gonna go for any smooth.
Oh, leap. One.
Okay. 2 apiece.
Another leap Mirana. Not the greatest thing in the world.
No.
Especially when you play Lifesteer. Like, if I was playing Lifesteer in this bot lane, I would tell my Mirana to arrow the range creep. And a very simple reason is Lifesteer doesn't have a way to secure range creeps.
Right.
So not having that arrow means they might get the range creeps denied here, and that could lead to losing your lane. Every little thing like that matters when you're playing at this level of play.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too is that this is like also. I mean, it actually still won't matter. He is like ready for FNG. Just have to get away there for a moment.
And see if they can get the range creep or if it's just gonna get denied because yep, no way of securing it. It hurts. It hurts for sure. I'd be very sad.
What I was gonna say is that now it's longer for him to get to that level 2 also because he's got no range creep XP. Yeah, that's gonna be frustrating. Meanwhile, at the top lane, it is going to be some pretty dangerous territory for Malady. I feel like Mars getting a God's Rebuke means you're probably just dead with like any type of follow-up there. If you've got particularly level 2, like Lightning Storm and Diabolic Edict or Lightning Storm and Split Earth, either way, Malady could be in a ton of trouble.
Yeah, he could be. I think even the Leshrac at some point is also, both the supports are very squishy, so
Yeah.
but I think the cores themselves are going to be very difficult to kill unless they make a mistake.
Talked about the lane in the mid and how that might end up running into some issues, and already it does appear to be in a pretty good lane for Squadix. He's got 13-4 versus 7-0 on the Quap. Another range creep deny in his face, but also trading out denies on the other side.
Can he get that other water rune before the bottle gets there on Quap? That would be... I don't know if it'd be that big, but it'd be annoying.
Looks like he can if he wants to. Walk over there. But
I don't think he wants to. I think he'd rather just focus on getting a couple more denies here. Oh, yeah, he's gonna end up losing another creep there. But yeah, this mid lane is not gonna get any easier, unfortunately.
the only real plus side is that it does look like Mars is equally having not a great time necessarily against Yuragi on the top side of the map here. 3-minute mark comes in, which means Lotus into the inventory of Yuragi. Malady has not gone down yet on this Crystal Maiden.
Yeah. I don't think the lane has gone that bad for Noticed. Like, the CS doesn't suggest it. I just saw him miss, like, you know, like 4 creeps under the tower, so...
Right.
kind of affecting CS a little bit. It's not like he's being pressured out and just can't get the CS. They're just kind of like unforced errors. But this mid lane, it's not pretty. Oh no. Oh. Yeah, he thought about it. It was like, do I want to turn this or do I want to just try and run away? But unfortunately, does not get the opportunity of getting another kill there. Because if he would have got the stomp and double edge, that would have been enough for Zayac to get a kill as well.
Right.
Not sure. I didn't actually see the hoof stomp though, if that was on cooldown or not. It may have been. Either way, not so bad. You did kill the lifestealer. You didn't lose that many CS to go for that play. Kind of got a free heal, free TP.
So far,
Something.
moving around and wanting to get, we'll be able to pick up both water runes for Sanctity. Yeah, keeping him pressured back a little bit onto Yuragi whenever they can to make sure that Natus gets the levels that he needs to. Very, very steady lanes going on. Nothing really to write home about. The main differentiating factor is just going to be that mid difference.
It's gonna be a big deal though, because this mid lane is going to turn into a level 6 DK with a catapult, with potentially his supports coming over. And as you can see in mid lane too, the catapult is gonna die under the tower here. So you're gonna have a huge wave here with catapult that you're gonna do something if on the side of Na'Vi to deal with this.
Oh, blinks right in, doesn't get the stun. He's just actually gonna die to this. Yes, he will.
Interesting. All right, that's good. I mean, the catapult died for that in the mid lane.
Yeah,
they didn't actually use the DK ults. That could have been much worse here.
Yeah, that ends up
as you moved both supports and right on time there from Na'Vi to kind of avert disaster there, which potentially could have been.
It is going to be an invis rune taken on the bottom side of the map. Lesh TPs into this mid lane now. Does not have any points in Diabolic Edict. They're just looking to try and make some kills happen. This is the arrow. Zayac just walks away. Things are looking a little bit not great across the board for both squads right now. Now, disruption.
I mean, I don't think Squad X cares at all about this. It's really just, yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about this Shadow Strike max out build? I thought that, seen as it was a DK, Sanctity was just going to focus on like getting Scream of Pains into like farming eventually, and just be like, I can't dominate this lane. But what do you think about the triple Shadow Strike? Oh god.
Ooh. I'm with you on that one. I'm not entirely sure why he's going for it. I mean, it does potentially keep you healed up a little bit against the breathe fire and the damage over time that you get from the poison breath. So maybe that's his line of thought. He wants to be able to sustain the lane, but it will definitely slow down your farm though, because you cannot farm with Shadow Strike. But maybe he's just looking to sustain, and it kind of is doing that purpose though. He is able to continuously lane with the help of that. But just in general, this mid lane just seems weird. They're trying so hard to stop Squad X from taking the tower. And it makes me wonder if we're getting pressured elsewhere because of it. And honestly, it doesn't look like it. When you do play like this, it kind of puts like your side lane into the question. And FNG?
That makes it look kind of okay. He takes his time going for the blink away. They will eventually manage to find that kill on the Crystal Maiden. And in the meantime, Sanctity picks up the Arcane Rune. And now Disruption. Ooh, that's with Dragon Form. Wait a minute. Can they do something here? Oh, not seeming super likely. You can get some more stacks maybe, but no, not really.
I mean, the downside about playing like 6 heroes mid lane is that you're not really getting any levels on your Queen of Pain. You're also slowing down your Dragon Knight's level progression too, but this DK is still one level ahead. And it goes back to, like I mentioned, how are the side lanes doing? And Lifesteal is completely fine to lane versus a Centaur 1v1, and the Morphling's also totally fine to lane against the Mars 1v1. So I think it's pretty good deal for Navi what's going on here, because you're slowing down this Dragon Knight's progression, and you're also slowing down your co-ops. But to be real with you, the co-ops progression was already pretty slowed down just from the laning stage. So making sure you're not catapulting out of control here on the DK, I feel like it's just a win for Navi.
Yeah, because it very easily could have been. I mean, he's already top net worth in the game, but that could be like 1,000 gold ahead, depending upon how things have gone. And Morph is, starting to catch up, as is this Centaur. Has the Bracer and the Phase Boots already done for him. Spear not going to connect. And trying to get into that Blink Dagger as soon as possible.
The sticky hands in the bot lane, very annoying to play against.
Dagger, Zayat's Disruption. Just throws a couple of illusions and back to business. Squawks is like, guys, what are you doing?
Can you leave my lane, please?
Oh, man.
Man, it doesn't feel great to invest this many heroes just to stop one hero from taking your tower. Like, you're not killing him, you're doing nothing other than just like stopping him from regressing, which isn't the best feeling. As you mentioned, he's still free farming on this DK, so he's not too sad about this. Quap continuously still going to be a little bit sad here as she's down considerable amount of money.
Get that gold injection from those stacks. That is always so nice to see. Spamming out this lightning storm. And almost at Arcanes on the Leshrac. Well, noticed. Good injection of gold. Stampede. Down bottom. Oh, Infest. FNG trying to survive. Not going to happen. And instead, Kiritich also goes down. Yuragi making the rotation to secure the kill. Very well played.
Very nice indeed. And it looks like he's going for just Falcon Blade into SNY would be the choice. Okay. Normally see the Manta. Hasn't committed to it quite yet, but he does have it queued up.
Ooh, slowed down by the dagger means that it's close enough to connect on to Squadix. Does not have level 6 on the CM. No way to break the TP, but he dies in Fountain. Wow. Notice also manages to take down the Centaur down on the bottom side of the map, but getting that kill onto DK is pretty huge.
It took a lot, and they're also going to get the Leshrac as well.
The other thing with that was that all of the XP went to Quap because he died in Fountain.
How did Quap even get that kill?
I mean, like Dagger and Sonic Wave, I guess. I don't know.
I feel like most of the damage came from the Shadow Poison and the Demonic Purge popping.
Right.
And like one tick of the dagger was in the fountain was enough to give it to Quap. Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
How about Lucky?
I mean, that's definitely what you want in this game, right?
Yeah.
Quap is now getting closer to even with the DK.
This is a wild Quap build. This is so wild. He has 1 point Scream of Pain. Max Blink,
like,
Max
what
Dagger.
The hell? This guy's gonna build a Blink Dagger next. Is that the Attune?
He might. What was that?
Was it Attune that did that build a while? I think it was. I know Zing Q did a Blink Quap, but
has been denied.
I have no idea, but it's not good.
Okay, sounds good.
I don't know. They're memorable, but not for the good reasons.
Got it. Head out. Rocky was being pressured a little bit by the Lifestealer, forces them back. Navi is going to take this bottom tier 1 tower. And how do you like that? DK playing in the mid lane was the top net worth in the game and still hasn't taken the tier 1 tower mid when Navi is going to be able to secure, well, almost 2 towers, but they definitely took the mid one already.
I mean, Zayats is really making a statement in this game. It's like, do you want to play DK versus my Shadow Demon? I'm just going to sit on top of you this entire game and disrupt you.
For a kill, but notice with the turnaround, pops the CM ulti, gets stunned by FNG. Now they move in with Sanctity. Going to kill him off too. Lining up the shot. Sonic Wave at the ready. Sanctity blinks away, has it on low cooldown. Sonic Wave there onto 2. They're going to retreat back.
Squadix wants Zayat so bad. He's like, get over here.
It's not going to be able to get him.
Stop making illusions of me, bro.
Shouldn't be doing that.
Radiant's bottom tower is
They're
under
damn
attack.
powerful illusions, too.
Yeah. That's the build. You get strong. You let the enemy DK be huge, so that way the illusions do a lot of damage to them. That's the key. Sparkling. Ooh, Yuragi. They see him. And waveform. Oh, that was cool. It does not look like it's going to matter, though. And in fact, maybe they lose more. No dust. No detection. No nothing.
Okay.
Noticed. In the meantime, also stole the Wisdom Rune.
Paid for his
real
life.
good. Wait a minute.
Yeah, he's fine.
Has fallen.
What happens when you pop the poison stacks when Lifesteal's in a creep? Does 0 damage. Okay.
Good to know.
Four songs.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
You
Tower.
gotta be careful here if you're Kiritich. Like, there's 5 heroes down here.
Radiant's bottom
Alright,
tower
I'm
has
going back
fallen.
out. So, how is Kiritich the lowest farmed hero in the game now? Very interesting.
Yeah.
Good levels, but yeah, his net worth isn't great. And we get C 0, 2, and 1. We're gonna triangle on Nephrid here. The Observer Award from the Dire is gonna see it, but they're gonna instantly deward that.
I mean, I'm impressed with Na'Vi. They're playing this much better than it felt like they were going to out of the laning stage. And amplified damage now picked up for Squadix. Also triple bounty room. This little injection of gold, and they've suddenly got a 2,000 gold lead.
Yeah.
Stampede catches, kills, Crit going down. Noticed, it's in trouble. Miss on the spear from Yuragi. Notice still going to drop. Somehow Zayats is the one that picks up that kill.
Yeah, Niragi's in a great spot this game. As I mentioned, this hero is the hard carry of this game. If you get really farmed on Niragi, you're going to feel like you can just 1v9 this game. And he's pretty much on the road to doing so. On his Morphling here, and especially with Kiritich, you feel a lot better too, because you know Kiritich isn't having the best game.
Ooh. Well, that's one way to try and help him out a little bit, but as they go in for the kill instead, Malady shows up. The big ultimate. Kiritich, TP's out. Woo, had to armlet toggle for that one. Ayush wanting to get out of there himself will get caught by the dagger. Should be enough for the finish, and Squadix also going to fall.
Oh man.
They're killing it.
Yeah. I'm not sure what's going on with Kiritich here, but he didn't get his rage off, and he just got stunned by Centaur. So Centaur just walked it off there. A little bit of an uncharacteristic play coming out from here on this Lifestealer, but these things do matter. He already wasn't having the best game, and then missing out on a couple which should have been freebie kills. It's gotta hurt.
Well, and I think that, like, you know, there's that certain amount of, okay, well, saving rage to TP out, but you're sort of setting up for, I mean, anticipating that things are going to go wrong. And they have, like, these two great blinking heroes that can set up for Lifestealer to, you know, make some plays happen and action happen. But right now, with just the armlet, still trying to get towards that Sacred Relic, I'm worried that the timing that you want to hit on Virtus.pro is going to pass them, and Navi is going to end up being an item ahead.
Definitely possible. They're on that track right now. The Queen of Pain is completely caught up to some. Oh, okay. Not sure where that's at. Oh, it's on top of the Leshrac.
Yep. Tries to stay alive. Yuragi switches over to strength form. Sage does go down. Eventually, Yuragi zipped through. More daggers being spammed.
Yeah, I was gonna say this Queen of Pain is like a similar net worth now as the DK after that laning stage. Definitely not where you want to be. We do have Rage available. Okay, that was cool.
Dude, that's 2 components of an axe now for Zayats. He is scary. And Quappa's also going for an Aghanim Scepter.
Right, that was pretty cool because what he did there is he pushed the Lifestealer back so he couldn't infest a creep.
Yeah.
So like the pushback is really what made the difference there. And they're gonna find Yuragi again, but you don't have damage from him. It's just not there.
Waveform doesn't connect on the Squadix, but will find himself a tasty little Leshrac. Disruption comes out. Be able to kill off that Lesh. And Navi, they're just keeping the ball rolling. Kill after kill after kill. 6-14. Tempo has drastically shifted into their favor, and Virtus.pro are being caught flat-footed around the map.
Yeah, they definitely are.
Oh, man. Again?
Yep.
Jeez.
And Yuragi's having a really good game here on this Morphling. Very active. Good laning stage. Good map presence. Everything seems to go in his favor here. Where on the other side, Squadix isn't able to find much happening in this game. Like, he did really well in the lane, but after that, what has he been able to accomplish? Not much. He's kind of getting shut down by the Shadow Demon everywhere he goes. I mean, same for this Leshrac too. Like, you're not seeing Leshrac do a ton on the map, and Mars just going blink first item. I was a little surprised by that, by not going the Eul's build here, but you are getting Shadow Demon, so I guess that takes away that defensive capability of the Eul's.
Right. I mean, I just feel like at this point for Virtus.pro, who are they going on to try and kill? You know, like, who are they going to try and initiate on? Nobody feels like a good target. And Natus now is just going to hope to escape. Waveform through Yuragi can't quite connect onto him. It just, I don't know, maybe supports is your only real option. That's not particularly easy either, as long as they're playing nearby each other.
Yep. It's not easy for sure at this point.
Squadix shows. Thought about jumping. Decide not to.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I feel like you think twice before giving Shadow Demon away. Like, it's been causing so many problems in the draft. And just not even the draft. It's like, you have to think about it this game. They have to find a way to get onto the Shadow Demon and kill him. And how do you do that? How do you get on top of him with the Centaur? I guess it has to be Natus on the Mars.
Yeah, I mean, either that or the DK, right? Like, they have double blink, but the problem, it seems, has been actually finding Zayats out of position. And as long as Navi are on the front foot making the aggressive move, VP are kind of stuck trying to react to it, and it's just not working. Another stomp, another connection. Disruption is there. Has Demonic Purge. Trying to TP out, not gonna happen. Navi, they're too strong. They're making all of the right moves.
Is that the last?
And that Aghanim's coming online for Zayats here. That's gonna hurt. You're gonna, like, I know Lifestealer, I don't really care too much getting Purge as a Lifestealer because you're kind of the slow hero anyway. You can tank it out. You can just use your Infest if you want to kite it out. But the moment you disable Ghoul Frenzy and Feast,
oh god,
that's when the hero just really feels like it's not very good.
I didn't even think about that. That sounds horrible.
Yeah.
It's literally just a creep.
Pretty much. And DK doesn't like it either, getting Dragon's Blood removed. So the Aghanim in this game has a lot of value. I mean, even Mars, like the Borg, if you can disable that, you can all of a sudden burst him. But I think he knows that on the Mars. That's why he stopped leveling it, and he just decided to just get stats.
Yeah. Well, Lesh is going to show up here for a moment. Mass TPs in just to kill the poor old Leshrac. All he wanted to do was hit the tower with Diabolic Edict, but it wasn't meant to be.
It truly was not.
I mean, it's only 3,000 gold lead. I feel like Virtus.pro, while there hasn't been like a good move from them in probably, how long has it been at this point? I don't know, 10 minutes or something? Maybe a little bit less than that. It doesn't feel like they have completely got shut out in terms of like not being able to do anything. It's just that like the moves aren't working.
They do have opportunities though, because BKB is now done for Noticed and Radiance is done for Lifestealer. So if there is going to be a moment where they can do something, it'll be in the near future. They just have to decide when that time will be. When's the right time to make something happen? And honestly, it might not be for a while, because you probably don't want to defend this Roshan. And then once you have the Aegis, if Na'Vi want to group up and go together, you probably don't want to contest that, right? So probably not until 30-something minutes here is when VP is going to try and make their move, unless they have to defend a high ground.
Which, you know, it isn't outside of the realm of possibility. I would be shocked a little bit if Na'Vi, like, really pushed the tempo right here, because I also think, like you've been talking about, they have the better late game. But, you know, if you're strong right now, you might as well sort of flex yourself a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be bad for them to just knock down the tier 1, tier 2 top, threaten the Tormentor.
Force staff, get away.
Force staff, Glimmer Cape, they're out.
You know, I was
Strong
doing
item.
these in-house league games on my stream, which was a lot of fun. And I had stupid rules that I gave people. And one of the best ones that I did, that I absolutely loved, was that all 10 players in the game had to build as their first 2 items Glimmer Cape and Force Staff. And it just, like, including carries. And you had to keep it in your inventory for forever. Oh, no, Tormentor, he needed a Glimmer Cape.
I mean, it's fine. He got a shard for his trouble.
Fair. But it always, like, whenever I see people just get, like, glimmered, forced away, it makes me think of it and, like, how good those items can be with, you know, you're trying to initiate onto somebody.
I hate Glimmer Cape.
Oh, it sucks. Well, he's inside of it. It's so slow. No. Ooh, and that's another nice one. I don't think about that often, but
oh, he double purged him. That was just like an FU purge.
Yeah. Like, you're gonna take a while walking
oh, they
out
got
the fountain.
your Augies. Okay.
What? Oh, Rocky, no.
How dare you lose the Aegis?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I thought you made 0 mistakes, Augie, in your entire life.
It's messed up.
Truly is.
Okay, I mean that's big, right? You're sort of cutting into the net worth lead a little bit, and also no safety guards for Yuragi.
Just letting Yuragi know that he's mortal. May have been the biggest win there.
Tier 1 tower soon to fall for their trouble. And the entire other side of the map is pushed out now by Virtus.pro.
Alright, Sanctity with this Ags build now as a gem too. Purchased by Malady. So that's going to help with map control even further. So there's some interesting mechanics in Dota. One of them is the Whisper of the Dread that the Quap has. This makes Quap a lot better at nighttime than daytime because it reduces your daytime vision. But only daytime vision. It doesn't reduce your nighttime vision, which is very strange mechanic.
What is Whisper of the Dread?
It's a neutral item.
Oh, of course. Sorry, my bad. I was thinking of, I just think of it as the one that I never take.
Oh, yeah. That one. Yeah, it reduces your day vision by 15%, but increases your spell damage by 10%. So theoretically, you can kind of look at yourself as somewhat of a Slark in a way where nighttime is better for you to fight than daytime. Because there's no downside. And then they're going to find Kiritich, and he's going to do that thing again that he's been doing.
Yeah.
Just rage TP away when he's in trouble. The other item that I found very confusing as well was the light collector. I didn't really know too much about it, but like I read in the patch, like the penalty for being near a tree was increased. I didn't even know there was a penalty by being near a tree with that item.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you get less regeneration if you're near a tree.
I thought it was more generation.
I mean, you destroy trees, so I think that item hates the trees.
Oh, right. Okay. All right. That makes more sense. Yeah. And it would make sense that they would want to be nerfing that item too.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good item. But that's just, to me, bizarre mechanics, you know. Daytime vision nerfed, being near a tree, your regen is decreased. Dota has a lot of nuances that sometimes they're hard to keep up with.
And what's crazy is that, like, so many of those things too, like, they've been in the game for a while, but it's like you just sort of like click a neutral item and don't always like look at all the little, you know, things behind it. And sometimes it ends up becoming like a pretty big deal, and it makes the difference of living or dying. Stampede, Kiritich going to be chased down while also stomping onto FNG. Emex up, tries to get out of there, will get the TP away. Kiritich not so lucky for the moment, but did always have Rage TP available. It's time for Sanctity to buy an Abyssal Blade.
Yeah, someone's got to do something about this. It's pretty obnoxious. I mean, do you have to do anything about it?
I guess not.
I mean, ideally you are doing something about it, but at the end of the day, these Rage TPs aren't necessarily winning him the game, right?
Yeah.
They're just kind of like, he's running like a dog with his tail between his legs every single time. And that's not where you want to be as a lifestealer. You want to be in their face, playing aggressive, getting kills. And I wonder when that time will be for Kiritich here. Will it ever be here? I don't know.
Rush eventually gets chased all the way down. They were hunting him for a little bit there. Yeah, I don't feel like there's really going to be a window where stuff gets particularly easier for him. I mean, now after going Radiance is going to be queuing up the MKB, but as the map gets slowly smaller and smaller, it feels like this next Roche is going to become pretty important towards breaking that high ground for Na'Vi if they want. And I mean, you can already see Yuragi is stepping forward. He feels strong. He doesn't worry about anything.
Oh, okay, he got it Lotus.
That's tower all the way dead, and just no reaction from Virtus.pro. That's the whole lane of racks almost. Dragon Knight hunting, does have Blink Dagger ready along with ulti. Jump forward from Natus immediately onto the Shadow Demon, trying to find him. They get the arrow connection on the Sanctity too, but nobody's staying on him at all. Now the turn, the blink away, Nefrit runs in. Yuragi living Sonic Wave on the 5. Yuragi with the double kill, but Sanctity doing the big damage in that one. And all 5 are dead. I mean, that might be it.
Do you just throw now?
Oh, man.
They don't know about buyback situation. They're going to make this safe play. I would do this as well. Got a couple buybacks, but you realize there's not more buybacks, so you can just go ahead and take this lane of racks.
And maybe more. I mean, that was 5,000 damage done in the matter of a couple of seconds for the Quaff. Just devastating numbers.
You did get a buyback from the Shadow Demon though, so small, very small win.
The Pyrrhic victory.
That's a buyback.
Yeah, I mean, gem down now too that they can get if they want. They're gonna run on up to the top side and just hit these buildings. Who needs an Aegis? You know, Roche hasn't even respawned yet. That is going to be mega creeps at 32 minutes. My goodness. Kiritich trying to do what he can, but cannot stand toe-to-toe with this guy. That is megas indeed.
I mean, they can clear them technically. Oh, Squadix is trying to go into Blink Dagger.
Jump forward, stun, wants to kill him. Die back on Zayats, no. Is gonna live through that one with the disruption. Kiritich just keeps hitting him, wants to get away, is broken, cannot do feast damage. Ghoul Frenzy not doing anything. GG is called. We're going to game 3, tied up 1-1.
kept talking about how competitive this region is. Even if one team stomps in one game, there's no guarantee the next game will be a repeat as well. So we got to see a little bit different strategy coming out of Na'Vi here. They ended up leaving the